But before then, let's talk about a man who is gotten away, who's been found not guilty of rape. That's Benjamin Mendy, Bernard. He's been cleared of raping a woman and attempting to rape another one. He had been accused of attacking a 24-year-old woman at his 4 million mansion in St. Andrew, Cheshire in October 2020. Also accused of attempted rape of another woman aged 29 who said he had also molested her at his home 2 years before. Remember, earlier this year in January, he was cleared of six rape charges at an earlier trial in January. Mm-hmm. And then these ones, they said they couldn't come to an agreement, so they said, we'll twende tujikusanye, prosecution, turudi tena. Mm-hmm. First of all, how big of a relief is this for Mendy?
I think bottom line, he's not going to go to court again.
Yes.
I think that's the main thing. His name is not going to be in the newspapers, in headlines, all around the world that there's this case that is happening involving him. And obviously with the serious charges that, of course, have now been proven to have not been the case based on whatever evidence that was presented by the defense. But his life has been, it's sometimes called a roller coaster. I think for him, ever since the first time these charges came to light, up until yesterday when all the charges were dropped, I think his life has been a roller coaster. It's almost as if everything just went south because his contract elapsed with Manchester City.
Just last month.
Just in June. Previously, of course, he was still under Manchester City.
Yes.
As his case was going on, of course, he was obviously supposed to step aside briefly as he handled his legal matters. When he was interviewed immediately after the court had pronounced its decision,
yes,
he only said one thing. He didn't even say anything else.
Let me get it for you. I hope my mute is not on mute. Let me get it for you because Hold on. Let's see.
Around the world, just would like to hear a few words from you about how you feel.
Alhamdulillah.
Ben, well done. Ben, where does it
One more time.
And football fans around the world just would like to hear a few words from you about how you feel.
Alhamdulillah.
There he is. That's all he had to say. God is great. Look, this thing I have so many questions. It has so many facets to it. What happens to him now? He's been put on this pressure since 2020.
Yeah.
We are in 2023. He's been proven that, look, innocent, okay? What happens to the people who accused him? What happens to all the opportunities he has missed? What happens? How do you make up for what he has lost?
The thing is, I remember there's the time back we had this conversation about these superstars, especially sporting superstars. He's not a saint. Bottom line, that's one thing people need to understand. We're not saying as much as yes, he's been absolved of all these accusations. That does not necessarily mean that he's a saint. His weakness was his undoing, because obviously, if you look at the things that were said, things that were shown during the court cases, it just tells you that he lived a wild lifestyle off the pitch.
Yes.
And that made him susceptible to people who are going to maybe take advantage of that kind of lifestyle and perhaps stretch the truth a bit. Obviously, he produced evidence to show the contrary because it's a dicey subject. I would not be surprised if maybe there might be genuine cases amongst his interactions because he says he has unfortunately a list of the number of people he's been able to sleep with.
Yeah, he's like, and I don't waste time. He was
Yes,
like, I don't waste
yes.
time. We go straight to the point.
Yeah, he says that's him. That's his lifestyle. It's more of a moral issue in terms of who he is as an individual. And I think for most people, maybe perhaps for the prosecutors, they felt like, look, this is somebody who is a certain, he's been typecast in a certain way. And with these cases coming up, obviously we are certain we're going to get a prosecution. We're going to get him to be charged. But the unfortunate thing is Wokabi is the evidence showed things to be totally different. And it almost felt like it was a well thought out kind of thing because apparently some of the women know each other.
Yeah.
They know each other, and I think even one Googled him.
One Googled how much is Mendy worth.
Yes, just to get a pulse of who he is. There's even one of the women who, after one of those nights they had, went and sent a message to one of her friends claiming that she had slept with one of his teammates at Manchester City.
Yes.
So, of course, that is the kind of evidence that was used by the defense to make sure that the case is going. But I think the big question is, okay, fine. He's been absolved of all these cases. What next? Will he still play? What will happen?
I guess he can because he's 27. He's turning 20. He's turning 28, I think. 28 or turning 29.
Turning 29.
Turning 29 on Monday.
Yes.
I think so. Like, because I know the journalists say you're only turning on Monday, you're turning 29. So he's still got time. So I'm assuming he's got, I can only imagine, first of all, how much money he's had to spend on lawyers. Okay. He was on, I think, £100,000 a week or something.
Yes.
So how much money he's had to spend on lawyers. Now, he maybe at 29, you've been out for 3 years. Of course, he had issues with his knees, he had several knee injuries. So I'm assuming now he's gotten time to heal. But can he bounce back completely? Can he get a few deals to continue playing? Can he play his way back into the national team? Can he, because he's a World Cup winner.
I think this should be a wake-up call for him, in the sense that he needs to look and do a lot of introspection. I think, okay, fine. Yes, I don't have these cases looming over my head, but unfortunately, you still have that bad PR, bad. What is it called? Your name was besmirched. Like,
Yes.
jina yako iliharibiwa. But it's now, how are you going to be able to redeem yourself? And how you redeem yourself is perhaps the direction he will take. Take a sabbatical. Disappear from the limelight. Go work on yourself. Go work on your mental health. Go work on your physical strength. Go work on your skill set, because he's been inactive. He's not been playing football for a long time. So that by the time he's coming back to the pitch, because I'm certain he still wants to play the game,
Yes.
let your football do the talking.